She stood alone in a court of 100 kings, her sari gripped by a man who called himself prince, and not one of her 5 legendary husbands moved to save her. This is not just a story. This is the moment that set fire to the world. But let us go back. Back to when the dice had not yet been cast. Back to when the Pandavas ruled the most magnificent kingdom on earth, Indraprasth. Built by divine hands, a city so beautiful that Duryodhan, crown prince of Hastinapur, mistook crystal floors for water. And fell, the Pandavas laughed. And Duryodhan remembered. Back in Hastinapur, Duryodhan burned, not with anger, with a plan. He went to his uncle Shakuni, a man whose smile hid 1,000 schemes. "Uncle," he said, "I want everything they have, their kingdom, their pride, everything." Shakuni smiled. "Invite them to a game of dice. I will play on your behalf, and my dice, they never lose." The invitation was sent, and Yudhishthir, noble, righteous Yudhishthir, could not refuse, for a kshatri never declines a challenge. The great hall of Hastinapur, pillars of marble, thrones of gold, every warrior, every elder, every prince, assembled. Bhisham sat in silence, his ancient eyes heavy with dread. He knew what was coming. The game began. Yudhishthir wagered jewels. He lost, he wagered gold. He lost, he wagered horses, elephants, his army. Lost, 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 each throw of the dice. Shakuni's crooked smile grew wider. Vidur, the wise minister, stood. "Stop this madness," he cried. "This game is rigged. These dice are enchanted." But Duryodhan silenced him, and Yudhishthir could not stop. The dice had him. Then Yudhishthir did the unthinkable. He wagered his brothers, Nakul, Sahadev, Arjun, Bhim, one by one, the greatest warriors alive, reduced to stakes in a game they never chose to play. And then he wagered himself, the king of Indraprasth, now a slave, but Shakuni leaned forward. "You have one thing left to wager, nephew of Kunti. One thing. Draupadi." He wagered Draupadi, his wife, his queen, the woman who had married all 5 brothers. The court gasped, even Duryodhan's eyes widened, but the dice were already in the air. Draupadi was dragged into the court, by her hair. Dushasan, Duryodhan's brother, pulled the queen of the Pandavas across the marble floor like a common prisoner. She looked at the court, at Bhisham, who had sworn to protect the throne, at Dronakarya, the teacher who taught her husbands to fight, at her 5 husbands, the greatest warriors alive, sitting with their heads bowed. "Is there no dharm left in this court?" she cried. Her voice cracked the silence like thunder. Then Duryodhan gave the order that would seal his fate. "Strip her." He patted his thigh and laughed. "Strip the queen of the Pandavas. She belongs to us now." Dushasan grabbed her sari and pulled, and pulled, and pulled. But the cloth, it would not end. Layer after layer appeared, infinite, unending. Draupadi had closed her eyes. She had stopped asking men for help. She asked God. Bhim could take no more. He rose, a mountain of a man, and his voice shook the pillars of Hastinapur. "I swear on this day, I will break Duryodhan's thigh with my mace, and I will drink Dushasan's blood from his chest. This I swear before every god who watches." The blind king Dhritarashtra, Duryodhan's father, finally intervened. Terrified by the vows, he granted Draupadi her wishes. She asked for one thing only, the freedom of her husbands. She could have asked for the kingdom back. She didn't. Her dignity was beyond any kingdom. The Pandavas walked out of Hastinapur that day, stripped of their kingdom, stripped of their pride. But not broken. Never broken. Draupadi left her hair unbound. She vowed she would not tie it again until it was washed with Dushasan's blood. Every vow made in that court was kept. Bhim broke Duryodhan's thigh. He drank Dushasan's blood. Draupadi washed her hair in it. The war killed millions, all because of one game of dice, all because of one man's pride and another man's silence. This was not just a game. This was the moment Dharm itself was put on trial. And every person in that court, every warrior who stayed silent, every elder who looked away, they all chose silence in the face of evil is a choice, and it carries a price. If this story shook something inside you, subscribe. Because next time we go to the battlefield itself, the war is coming.